Hi there people, how's it going? New Zealand. As you know, I've been here for 22 years and for the last 5 years maybe, I've caused a little bit of a stir here, and I brought attention to myself, rightly or wrongly, for saying the uncomfortable truths of what is happening here. And I've paid a high price, as many of you will know, still paying the price. But you know, I'm cut from a certain cloth, and if something needs to be said, then, well, I'll say it. Radical extremist Maori elites in this country, Maori politicians of the Maori Party, and tribal leaders, iwi leaders, are basically laying claim to every inch of coastline in New Zealand. John Key started this process, the coward John Key. A cowardly man he was. He took, 10-14 years ago, he took the coastline, the foreshore and seabed, out of the hands of Crown ownership and basically said it belongs to no one and everyone. This opened the door for, and he knew this, opened the door for iwi up and down the land to lay claim to their bit of coast. And now it looks like they're going to get it. Many people in New Zealand don't even know that this is happening because the media are fully bought and they are obsequious sycophants and lackeys to these Maori super racists and elites, and they will do anything they're told to say. They will attack anyone they're told to attack, and they will destroy and cancel anyone these radical extremist super racists tell them to destroy. Hobson's Choice is a organisation led by Don Brash, who basically tell the truth, and they want New Zealand to be more of an egalitarian kind of nation where everyone has equal rights. And they are telling the truth of what's happening in New Zealand much more eloquently than what I'm doing it now. But I'm just ad-libbing, as you can tell. Hobson's Choice have put ads in the New Zealand Herald of late, costing something like $25,000 I think, telling people what is happening in this country, while the rest of the media don't. The Maori Party and iwi elites, the super racists, want to silence Hobson's pledge, and they have pressured the New Zealand Herald via threats and intimidation, and they've pressured them to stop the advertising of Hobson's pledge to inform New Zealanders of what's happening. In New Zealand, you're not allowed to talk about this kind of issue. We're not allowed any kind of debate at all. There is no debate. And if there's any kind of televised debate anywhere, they only have a TV host who's normally a sycophant, a lackey, and all the rest will be Maori extremists. There will be no one from the other side, or if there is someone from the other side that speaks my kind of language or Don Brash's kind of language, that person will be by themselves, surrounded by about 10 of the others. And that's fair in New Zealand. See, the vast majority of New Zealanders that are non-Maori, or non-part Maori, because there is no Maori in New Zealand, every single one of them are vast majority Europeans with a little diddy bit of Maori in them, but they call themselves Maori, even the super racists. Because you see, what they're doing is worth a lot of money, in the billions. And these people want certain rights and privileges that no one else is going to get. And me making this video, me saying what I'm saying, and there's one or two others saying what they're saying, much the same lines as what I'm saying, and they're going to cause all sorts, and I'm an easy target because I'm just a layman really. Others are much more well known, and it's harder to destroy them. But I'll say it anyway, most New Zealanders are intimidated, scared, they live in fear. And everyone should have a right, in a free country, to say and point out what they believe is wrong. But here it's just not happening. 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago, I made a satire video, as many of you will know, and it was just a satire video of the king. He was the king of the super racists, Raweri Waititi. He's the co-leader of the Maori party. It was just a satire video, that's all it was. I lost my job for that. I got debanked. Lost everything for that video. And they did that to send out the message to everybody else, the chilling effect, if you like, that if you do what he did, i.e. me, this will happen to you. And that's what they did. And people know this is what happens when you open your mouth in New Zealand. It's a very, very powerful force. But I hope and I pray that people will wake up once and for all and see this for what it is. It's a power grab, it's a money grab. It's a you know what it is. Just think about your children and your grandchildren, what they, if they're not Maori, and how they're going to have to suffer the consequences of your inaction. I know I'm going to get lots of hate for this video, and I know I'm going to get lots of threats. But you got to say what you got to say, regardless. Okay, I think that's all I needed to say. The cowards of the New Zealand Herald, who packed it because the Maori party and the iwi leaders, the super racists, made threats towards them. It's not on, people. It's just not on. New Zealand deserves better. New Zealanders deserve better. We want a level playing field. We want to have our say too. Not just Maori extremists. Okay, that's my video. Please like, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, give me an uptick, share this video everywhere. Okay, see you later.